Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast. My name is Amir. Thanks for following the podcast on either Apple or Spotify. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So, for this video, have a quick update, injury update. We all know already that Jimmy Butler has sprained his MCL. He had an MRI today, and luckily it is an MCL strain and not a tear, because then that could have hindered Jimmy in the offseason and he would have had a longer timetable for recovery. So we avoided the tear and he dodged a bullet. So that's good news, I guess. And the other news that I have too as well. So for tomorrow against the Chicago Bulls, we obviously know Jimmy's going to be out, probably going to be out for at least a month or so, they said. But the other bad news that we received is that Terry Rozier is going to miss the game as well. He is still dealing with his neck spasms. So that's a super big loss, especially because we lost Jimmy, obviously. So we saw that Tyler Hero tried his best to launch a million shots, but was super inefficient, 9 for 27. You know, he got 25 empty points, in my opinion. He had some good moments too, especially in the fourth quarter, helping us, stay in that game after the big comeback from the Sixers, but he wasn't good enough. And when it comes to playoff basketball, which essentially that playing game was like a playoff game, you could see that defenses tighten up and on ball, man to man defense is much better in this environment. It's harder to score it. And so even the 35-year-old Nick Batum gave Tyler Hero trouble in that game, which is unfortunate. But anyway, so Jimmy's going to be out. We already knew that. But the latest update just 20 minutes ago or 30 minutes ago is that Terry's going to be out. So I don't know how he got this neck injury. I'm perplexed and confused, kind of like we were confused that Tyler had a knee injury when he hurt his knee against the Pelicans. And then he missed 20 games because of a foot injury. And we all thought it was a knee. So unclear, uncertain. I don't know. But it's going to be a big loss not having Terry. Duncan is listed as probable again. I mean, he was probable and available last night, but he didn't play, which is understandable. I mean, last time we rushed Tyler Hero back after he had 5 games off, he re-aggravated his back. So I think the Heat thought before the Jimmy injury that they would have enough and an opportunity to win. And I was a little surprised that Duncan didn't come in after the Jimmy injury. And I guess it's a sign that he was just trying to gut it out, just like Jimmy was. Jimmy was a warrior last night for playing 3 full quarters on that sprain. Like, unreal. Kudos to Jimmy Butler. But it just really sucks that in this Jimmy Butler build, it's been semi-defined by bad luck and injuries. Like, it's just what it is. It is what it is at this point, that we've dealt with injuries pretty much every single postseason since Jimmy Butler's been here. And that's our reality. And like the worst thing possible could have happened, and it did. Because even if we just lost to the Sixers yesterday, because they are on paper a better team, and if Joel Embiid didn't miss 2 months, they would have been a top 2 or 3 team. Joel Embiid was averaging 35 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists per game, and like a steal and a block or so, or even 2 blocks, I think. So he was dominating. He's one of the best 2 or 3 players in the NBA. So it's okay if we lost and we still had Jimmy Butler, because that way we would have obviously definitively beat the Bulls, which I still think we have a chance. I think we'll get into that. But even so, we could have had Jimmy against the Bulls and at least have Jimmy Butler leading us against the Celtics, which would have been not the best consolation prize, but at least we would have had Jimmy Butler. So going into this game tomorrow now, if the Heat win, then we have to go play Boston without our best player, and we don't have a shot. Like, I'm not delusional. I don't think we're gonna have trouble with Jimmy Butler against the Celtics. I believe that was possible, but I don't think it's possible to beat that team on the road without Jimmy, and that's plain and simple. But also, I want to address that it's funny on Twitter. Some Heat fans would prefer that the Heat lose versus winning. So I don't understand that. Like I'd rather watch my team win, and I'd rather have my team play more games. I don't want the season to end. I want to watch the Miami Heat play in the playoffs, even if they do lose to Boston. That's fine. I just want to see Jaime and Jovic and other players get an opportunity. Let Tyler redeem himself from a bad night and see what he can do in the playoffs. See what Bam can do, and see what again Jovic and Jaime can do, which will help them in the future. So anyway, that's the video I have. Sucks that Rozier is going to miss the game, but who knows? We're still alive, and I think we're going to win. So go Heat, and I will talk to you guys soon.